Hello students, very good morning to all. Hope you are doing well. So students, basically you can see here today we are going to discuss our first video lecture of the chapter which is written here, Getting to Know Plants. Okay, so the same chapter we have discussed on our Google Meet classes, and now we are going to discuss in our video lectures also. So just have a look students that what we are going to read in this chapter. So basically students, in this chapter we are going to read about a few terms, or we are going to learn about few terms that first of all that plants around us. Okay, we will see or we will read in this chapter that what are the kinds of plants that are around us. Okay, second thing, classification of flowering plants. Okay, how do we classify the flowering plants? That things also we are going to discuss. Parts of a plant, that means how many parts are there in a plant, your root system and your shoot systems. Okay, so basically students, these are the things that we are going to discuss in this chapter. Okay, so let us start with the introduction portion of the chapter. So just have a look. So basically students, just have a look here that we can see a variety of plants all around us, near our homes, in our school garden, in parks, and on the way to the school. Okay, so various plants are there all around us. Now the thing is that some plants are, you can say, a little big, some plants are very small, and some plants are, you can say, that not so much big and not so much small. Okay, so we can classify the plants into that way that a few plants are there which are very big, few plants are there which are not so much big, and few plants are there which are very small. Okay, so some plants like your rose, mango, mustard, apple, etc., which bear flowers are called flowering plants. Okay, so flowering plants means what? That some plants are there which bear flowers. Okay, and some plants like ferns, algae, liverwood, etc., are called non-flowering plants. Non-flowering plants means what? That the plants doesn't bear flowers. Okay, so very simple, we can categorize into two parts our plants. First of all as flowering plants, and second as non-flowering plants. Okay, examples are there, so just try to remember the very familiar example. You can say rose, mango, okay, apple. These are very common examples, and in case of non-flowering plants such as ferns and algae, these two are very common examples. So just try to recall or try to remember these two examples. Okay, these are very common things. Okay, now you can see here that pictures are also given. This is the picture of rose plant. Okay, you can see apple. Okay, these two are flowering plants. Okay, now non-flowering plants such as ferns and liverwoods, you can see here the pictures. Okay, so this is one kind of classification that we have read. Okay, so very easy one, two kinds we can simply remember. Now let us move to the next part of the chapter, classification of flowering plants. Okay, so we have known that what do you mean by flowering plants. Now let us discuss the classification of flowering plants. How do we classify the flowering plants? Now very simple, first of all, if you see the structure and size, okay, this is our first point, that by seeing the structure and size we can classify our plants into three parts, and these three parts are very familiar, very common to you, such as first one is our herbs, second one is shrubs, and third one is trees. Okay, now let us discuss that what are the common characteristics or what are the basic characteristics of these things such as herbs, shrubs, and trees. Okay, so let us discuss one by one. Let us discuss what does this mean and what are the characteristics of these things. Okay, so let us discuss with herbs. Okay, so basically these are small plants with soft green stems. Okay, so first point is that these herbs are very small plants with soft green stems. Okay, now next one, they do not grow more than 3 to 4 feet. Okay, so the maximum height of these herbs maybe you can say that 3 to 4 feet. in height, okay, and may not have branches. They may have branches, may not have branches, but most of the cases they may not have the branches, okay. So these are the characteristics. Let me tell you once more that these small plants with soft green stems, first point is that they have soft green stems. Second one, they do not grow more than 3 to 4 feet, okay, in height, and may not have branches. Examples are, you can say mustard, sunflower, wheat, paddy, okay, plenty of examples are there. Now I am telling you just only 2 examples you need to remember, okay. Now next one are shrubs, okay. Now you can see here that picture is there, you can see here, you can tally the common characteristics with the picture. This is a herb, okay. Now tally the characteristics. You can tally the height, you can tally the stem part also, you can tally the branches, okay. So just tally these characteristics with these pictures, okay, and you will get a clear idea. Okay, next one is our shrubs, okay. So what are the characteristics of shrubs? So let us discuss one by one. They are medium size, okay. So first one is that they are medium size with hard and woody stems, okay. So they have hard and woody stems, and they have stems branching out near the base, okay. This is very important. They have stem branching out near the base. You can see here that if this is the base, now we can see here the branches are going like this. You can see these are the branches, okay. So branches are all over there, okay, and the stem is hard and thick. In the case of herbs, we have seen the branches are not so much hard, okay, but in the case of shrubs, the branches are harder than the herbs, okay. Now what are the examples? Examples are China rose, okay, lemon, you can, okay. So these 2-3 examples are there. Now let us discuss the trees. What are the characteristics of trees? So basically, so just tally this part also, okay, and now you can see here the picture of a tree, and you are quite familiar with these things, okay. Now let us discuss, these plants are very tall, okay, and have hard and thick stems. Now you can see here very tall. Just compare the 3 pictures and you will get a very clear idea. Just have a look. This is a picture of a tree, okay, and just compare the heights, okay, herbs, shrubs and trees, just compare the heights of these 3, okay. So they have thick stems. These have a main trunk from which branches and leaves arise on the upper part. Now see, this is the main trunk, okay, this is the main trunk, and from here branches are there like this, okay. Just have a look, okay. So I hope you can correlate these things, okay. Next part is there, much above the ground, okay. So you can see here the branches are much above the ground. You can see here the distance, okay, you can see here the distance, okay. So there the branches are much above the ground, okay. Now just have a look, for example, mango, neem, peepal, babul, okay, gulmohar. So all the examples are very familiar, very common to you, okay. Okay, so students, so these are our structure and size based classification, okay. So let me remove all these things. So the main question that will come in your examination from this part is that you can say that the question will come like this, that differentiate between herbs, shrubs and trees, okay. So you have to remember at least 2 points with some examples, okay. Then you can easily differentiate between these 3 things, okay. Okay, so this is one part. So we have classified our flowering plants by structure and size, okay. Now let us discuss the next portion, which is that in some plants we observe that stem grow on the ground, and in other plants they need support to grow up, okay. So we can classify into 2 more terms, okay, 2 more sections, 2 more categories, okay. So let us discuss these categories one by one. So first one you can say creepers, and second one you can say climbers. So just focus on the terms creepers and climbers, okay. Now creepers means what? Just have a look. Let us discuss the characteristics. That plants with weak stems that cannot stand upright and spread on the ground are called creepers. Now just have a look at the picture. Okay, examples are pumpkin, watermelon. So just have a look. This is an example of creepers. Okay, so creeper means what are the characteristics? Let me tell you once more, that plants with weak stems that cannot stand upright, they can't stand upright like this. Okay, they goes just horizontally with the ground. Okay, so this is the creepers. Examples are very common: pumpkin, watermelon. I hope all of you have seen these plants. Okay, next thing is that climbers. Okay, climbers means what? Plants that take support on neighboring structure. Okay, neighboring structure. If they are any neighboring structure, if they are any supporting structure, so they can take support on the structures and climb up. Okay, are called climbers. Climbers means, you can see, climb means what? To climb up. Okay, one by one. So climbers means if any support is there, they can climb through the support. Okay, so for example, you can say that money plant. Okay, happy bean, pea. Okay, so these are the example. Okay, now you can say, you can see here the picture. Okay, so just have a look at the picture. If we just provide a structure, then it can easily grow up. Okay, or it can easily climb up. Okay, so students, these are the two more characteristics, two more classifications: creepers and climbers. Now questions will come from here like this, that differentiate between you can say creepers and climbers. Okay, so two characteristics you need to learn, or you need to remember with at least two examples. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear. Now let me rub all these things. Okay, now just have a look, students, that on the basis of lifespan, plants are classified into annual plants, okay, biennial plants and perennial plants. Okay, so on the basis of lifespan, that means what are the lifespan of a plant? Okay, so by seeing the lifespan, we can classify the plants into these parts. Okay, okay, let me rub all these first. Okay, so students, just have a look. One activity is there. What is the activity? So up to this we have read, what we have read up to this? We have read up to this two things. We have classified into creepers and climbers. Okay, our trees or our plants, and on the basis of size we can classify into three things such as herbs, shrubs and trees. Okay, so these are our main classifications. We have seen the examples also, we have seen the characteristics also. Okay, now let us discuss the activity. Go to your locality and look closely at the stems and branches. What you have to do, you have to just go to your surroundings and just look at the stems and branches of plants smaller than you. Okay, plants that are about your size and plants which are much taller than you. Okay, so three things you have to remember. First one is that plants smaller than you, second one is that plants that are about your size, and third one is plants which are much taller than you. So touch their stem and try to feel if they are tender or hard. Okay, so basically they are soft or hard, you have to find out. Hug the all plants to see how thick they are. Okay, so basically you have to find out that how the stems are thick. Okay, so you have to do this kind of activity. I hope all of you can do this kind of activities. Okay, now you can say the table is there. Okay, so in the table it is said that name the plant, you have to mention the height or stem, whether it is green, tender, thick or hard, you have to mention. Okay, and branches are at the base of the stem or higher of the stem. Okay, and what are the category, that means whether it is herb, shrub or tree. Okay, so I hope you can fill up the table. Okay, so this parts of the plant, students, we will discuss in our next class. Okay, thank you all.